What's up, party people? It's Megan. Let's talk. Okay, so this is my last one for the day, for the morning. I probably ain't even told y'all what time it is, what day it is, nothing. My bad. It's Friday the 2nd. It's now 11 o'clock, and I have been sitting here filming videos for about probably like 45 minutes. So this is the last one for the day. This one is titled "Everything You Need Is in Him and Closer to Your Dreams." So I'm actually gonna start with the "Everything You Need Is in Him." So like I kind of was saying in the previous videos, and even how I just found myself where I am today, I have been so pressed about like being married and having kids and stuff. Like, so for me, logically, that's what's next. Like, I'm 27, I'm independent, I'm stable, you know, like I ain't never had no real deal relationship, no real deal boyfriend, not long lasting at least. So it's kind of like, God, what's the hold up? Like, what's really going on, right? And so for me, and I had told y'all when I started making videos last year, the seek ye first, it was the moment I had stopped worrying about that God sent me somebody, and I was like, oh, what's going on? Like, what's happening? And so I'm kind of finding myself in that place again, right? Like, I know I need to stop worrying about it, but I'm not trying to stop worrying about it with the intent of, because as soon as I stop worrying about it, he gonna send it. Like, I'm not trying to be like that. I'm really trying to get to the place to where I know everything that I need is in him, okay? And so we can't worry about the promise. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why you can't worry about the promise. God be trying to wow us over here, and we be worried about what's over here. And that, I know that's true in my life, like completely, 100%. I have been in the place where I didn't care that he was doing above and beyond over here. Thankful nonetheless. But when I tell y'all, he been moving in every area. It always seemed like he moving in every area except over here with a husband. Like, God, I know you can show up and show out because you do it over here. Why can't you do it over here? That's kind of where I've been. Y'all know, you know. Like, you know, you know. But he be trying to wow us over here, okay? And we be over here. And then we in a place where we're not grateful, thankful, or even perceiving what's going on. Sis, you might need all of this, okay, to meet what you think is over here. Because what you, listen, firm believer, okay? Firm believer that God knows exactly what he's doing. But sometimes I be complaining like I don't know that, okay? So be mindful of that. You worried about this, and he like showing up, showing out over here. He trying to wow you, like completely wow you, and everything he doing over here is actually going to influence and better what you waiting on over there. Like, but we be wanting to, like, we want it now, right? So even with me saying that, I've been listening to the sermon, and it's Transformation Church just put it up, I guess Sunday, and it was The Devil Made Me Do It. Please go check that out, even with the accountability piece that I hit on in the video that I just did before this one. Go check that out, okay? So God trying to wire over here, but y'all only worried about this. Like I said, God, I don't want any of this until I have this. And so for me, prime example, moving into a house, like my man's God is trying to bless me with a house, and I'm like, I don't want this. I don't even have a husband. Like, sis, what? That's how I think, because I'm like, we out of order. But are you really out of order if God is ordering your steps? Like, no. So trust him, go with it, you know? This is gonna be a blessing to me and my husband. The fact that I was able to invest in a home at the age that I did, it's gonna be a blessing. I already know that, but I couldn't be in a place where I was thankful for it because, like, can I just have the husband? Like, so I really do be like that sometimes. And so he been dealing with me. If y'all follow me on Twitter, y'all know, like, I be going ham on relationships and stuff. Like, I gotta stop doing that. I'm being real honest with y'all, because I just be so pressed about that. But again, I do think it's okay for me to want it because of where I am in life, but I still just be like too worried about it, okay? So what I want to hit on was Psalms 37:4, which I hit on the Seek Ye First video. And this was like literally this time last year. I did that 4th of July weekend, I think, or real close to it, because it was right after I moved in here. I've been in here for a year. God gives you the desires of your heart. So I think sometimes take delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Okay, so the other part of this is closer to your dreams. Y'all know that song. So when I woke up on Monday, it was in my head. Higher and higher, closer to my dream. That song, I love that song, right? And so when I woke up, I was like, am I getting closer to my dreams? Like, what's going on? Like, a lot of things have been happening in my life, which is how I low-key knew, one, like, even though I'm saying I didn't want this channel to only be this, that's how I know it won't only be this, because God is moving in other areas, and like YouTube just gonna always come into play. Megan Michelle was supposed to be about my life and the things, or what I thought what Megan Michelle was supposed to be about was supposed to be about my life and the things I'm going through, inviting y'all on a journey and sharing y'all like everything, to include when I am with somebody, right? But then it quickly was like, this is actually what you're going to be doing, dropping these prophetic words. But God is moving in other areas where I know YouTube will be easily intertwined. So maybe this channel will only be for that, but my actual purposes of YouTube might actually change. So maybe that's what everything I do on YouTube will kind of change. So maybe that's really more so what I was trying to say in that video. Like maybe this channel won't change, but I'll be doing other things on YouTube. So back to the closer to your dreams. Psalms 30:74, take delight in him and he will give you the desires of your heart. A lot of time, we hear that and we just think like if we take delight in him, he gonna give us what we want. Okay, here's the thing. When you take delight in the Lord, he will give you the desires of your heart. The things that you will desire will be given to you from him. They'll be in alignment with his will because he gave them to you. And so when that is the case, it's a guarantee. It's a promise. That's why you want it. Like we hear a lot of times like, God gave you the dream. He gave you the vision, the goal, whatever it is. And he did. And he didn't give it to you just for no reason. Like he did it because he's going to see it through until the end. But I think that's where that whole, like, that's how we can so easily get messed up. Like, Lord, I'm taking delight in you and you're not giving me what I want. That ain't it. When you take delight in him, what you want becomes what he wants you to want when he wants you to want it. Does that make sense? So, will be, when it's from him and it's part of his will, it's guaranteed. So the problem be that we be desiring things and people, okay, that aren't from him. And if we were to take a delight in the Lord, it really wouldn't be that hard. Like, and then so I've been kind of going through this here, I've been getting better about it. Like, don't think this is what he wanted for me, whether it is a person or a thing, or, you know, that it's kind of easy to decipher that because I am taking delight in him. And so like, I know when he not in it, you know. Whew, that's good. That's good. So that's what the problem really be. We still be desiring things that aren't from him because we're not actually taking delight in him. And I said that in the Seek Ye First video. He know your heart. He know if you out here pretending, faking it with him. Like, he knows exactly what's going on, okay? And so, what you desire, even when he gives you these desires, and so the desires of your heart line up with what he's doing, what his will is, he's still gonna go above and beyond. So what you're even capable of desiring when you are in alignment, when you are walking right, it ain't even what you're capable of desiring. It don't even compare to what he's actually going to do, because we know him. He go above and beyond. That's what I'm saying. So I be over here like, you be going above and beyond, Lord, when it comes to like pretty much everything in my life, except like relationships. Like, I don't understand the problem because I know you're a God that shows up and shows out, right? Like, that's how I be. Okay, two things. One, if you already know he go above and beyond for everything else, why would you even doubt for a second that he not gonna go above and beyond with whatever it is that you're waiting on, whatever it is that you feel like you finally need to be first and you've been last your whole life? Like, why would you think he wouldn't go above and beyond when it came to that area? So that's a little nugget right there, right? But also goes back to like, you don't get to tell God what to do and when to do it, and you definitely don't get to be mad because he didn't do it in your timing. Like, I know that's 100% for me, okay? Like, sis, you can't tell me I need to go above and beyond. You don't get to tell God what to do. So it gets a little frustrating, right? Because we have the belief, we have the faith, like, we know you good. Be good when I want you to be good. Like Mary and Martha when Lazarus died. Lazarus can't talk, died. I always think about that. Like, had you been here, he wouldn't have died. Okay, God and Jesus not on our time, first of all. Second of all, it still speaks to the fact that they believed in his power, okay? So it's like a good thing, but it's also like, the nerve of you, puny human, like, right? So this is more so prophetic encouragement. I did put scriptures on it, but the point of it is, everything you need is in him, but you are, like for a lot of us, we are getting closer to our dreams, and we will realize that if we were not so focused on what we waited on. Like the stuff you want to use, little girl, is literally blooming up over here, but you don't even know it because you worried about getting a husband, Megan. It's me. That's me, okay? So if you my people, you might be going through that too. Take your eyes off of that. Stop worrying about that. Shout out to my sister Larissa, okay? Like we were just talking about this. Take your eyes off of this. Stop worrying about this. And take the time to see what he's doing over here. Take the time to see how everything that you've been going through and everything that you've been learning how to do and all the things you've naturally learned how to do. Take a look at how those are coming to life and how they're coming to life and how it's coming to life in a way that only he could do it. And be thankful for that, okay? Because I guarantee you it's going to tie into what you're waiting on. But he wants you to get different things done, different things accomplished, focused on him so that he can bless you in the best way. Because we always think it's the best way. Like, God, it would have just made more sense if I moved into a house with a husband. Would it have, though? Because I don't know what my husband going to be on when I meet him. You get what I'm saying? Maybe this is perfect. Maybe, like I said, I know it was an investment. So that's kind of where we at, kind of where I'm at. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like I can't do it. I can't do it. That takes a lot of pressure up off me too. I don't know what I'm doing, okay? One, I did not sign up for this. Like, let me stop playing with y'all. But I can only be real, and I'm learning so many things about myself in this season, and it's beautiful, right? Like, girl, you don't need no husband. You don't even know who you are. You gotta be real with you, okay? Girl, you don't need no husband. You still got a whole lot, not right now. You still got a lot of wounds that you need to tend to, so you're not out here hurting my son. Shout out to Sharon again. Like, literally, people don't even be knowing what words are marinating in my spirit when I plan on recording them, and God be coming through with the confirmations. Like, boom, boom, boom. Like, so shout out to everybody. Shout out to my sister Khadijah too, because just tons of confirmation from her all week. So it's just kind of like, stop playing with God. Like, focus on knowing your truth, walking in your truth, being honest with yourself, because if you can't walk in your truth if you're not honest with yourself, okay? Focus on that and being obedient to God, and I promise you, everything, like, some stuff been happening this week that's just like, how? Like, what are you up to? It ain't got nothing to do, at least what I know of, with me getting no husband, right? But it's some stuff that's like, wow, like, I've been wanting this my whole life because you put that in me, like, or this might be how this is gonna play out for me because this is what you kind of wanted from me all along. And had I just been obedient and like doing what you told me to do and not focusing on these men and like pouring time into my other crafts and stuff, like all this other stuff would have happened for me. Like, God, I didn't know that. Of course you didn't. Your ways are not his ways. Your thoughts are not his thoughts. His thoughts. He sits high and he look low. We sit low and look low. We don't know what's going on. We don't know beginning to the end. We don't know none of that. Like, none of that. Stop trying to plan your life. Stop trying to make it fit your perfect plan. Like, God know what he doing, and he gonna. Did I even read the scripture to y'all? Ephesians 3:20. Ephesians 3:20. Exceedingly and abundantly above all we could ever ask or think. Okay? Focus on getting right within. Look. This is for me. Focus on getting right within, and then focus on doing what God has told you to do. Focus on the things that you are naturally good at and enjoy doing. Focus on things that make you happy, and I promise you, he gonna blow your mind. He wants you to have your dream life. A lot of people don't get there, okay? He wants you to have that because we get so stuck. We get so stuck in a place. We get so desperate. We move before it's time to move. And I thank him for not allowing me to get entangled and caught up in places and relationships and situations and jobs and stuff where I was not supposed to be. I thank him for that, right? Because then you be looking crazy, realizing, oh, you was trying to do this? I didn't know, right? And so you settled and you did what you could. Go listen to that sermon that Transformation Church just put up, the instant gratification. He talked about all that. You settled, you got distracted, and you were so focused on this over here, okay? When you knew you had purpose, you knew you had big dreams and goals, you knew all this over here. And speaking for somebody who had great momentum in a lot of things, and who lost it and lost touch of herself, and who lost touch of her faith because of these relationships she was trying to hop in, because she just wanted a man so bad. Like, listen to myself talk right now. It's kind of like, I'm gonna just be single till I'm 30. I'll catch y'all later. At least 30, and then I'll think about it again, because I need this time, right? So yeah, I don't know who this for. I don't know who gonna stumble across this video, but hey, friends, like, you know, like, we the party people. I haven't even told y'all why I call it that yet, but we're gonna get into all that. I don't know what's about to happen on my YouTube, okay? But hey, party people, let's talk. We're gonna keep talking. I would like for the vibe to be a little less formal, because that was stressing me out too. People kind of telling me like, oh, well, you don't need to do this, and you don't. why can't I just do YouTube like how I want to do it, but also be like anointed? So like I'm still trying to find that balance as well. That's why I told y'all with titling things like prophetic and doing all this, like it's getting kind of hard for you girls. So yeah, because I still want to be in line. I don't want to be out of order, and I definitely don't want to be out here misrepresenting God and being like, you know. So I love y'all. Be blessed. I hope you have a great 4th of July weekend. Stay safe.